Hey, it's Judith. Today I'm going to do a quick overview of Butterick Pattern 5454. I actually made this wrap dress and I did view B. And the one main takeaway that I have was where I had to work on it as a mock-up was getting the tucks right. The front of the dress has what they call tucks. It looks like little pleats right here. And so the first time I made it, because the instructions call for you to make the tuck and then you pin the front bodice to the back bodice. And when I did that, the tuck I guess I took in too much and it didn't fit. So what I ended up doing, for instance, if this is the front bodice, I ended up just pinning the front bodice to the back bodice, making the tuck, and by bringing the material in the required amount, and I put tape, painter's tape on the back to hold it. I'm sorry, painter's tape on the front. I made the tuck, you brought it in, make the tuck. I put tape on the front to hold it. And then I came along the back and stitched with my zipper foot. So, and to ensure I wouldn't hit the tape. And then after doing that, I would take the tape off and then I would stitch across the top after flattening that tuck to make that actual tuck. And in my tutorial, I kind of do a detailed review of that so you can see actually how I make that tuck, because to me it could be a little tricky when you read the instructions, but again, you have to do what works for you. That's what I did. That didn't work for me, so I did it what worked for me, and it worked. So and with that, thanks for watching, and we'll get into the tutorial. Bye. Okay, this is just to show you that I have all my pattern pieces laid out. I'll go ahead and cut these out and come back. Okay, this is just to show you the technique I used to make the tuck for the front of the dress. I've already pinned the bodice to the front bodice to the back bodice just to hold it. You can't see the tape, but I've taped it underneath. I'm going to come stitch along that line down there, and then I'll flatten that tuck and then stitch at the top. Okay, now I have my bodice back and front sewn together. I created an opening on the side for the tie, and now work on the sleeves, the caps of the sleeves, and put the ease stitches in, and after that I'll attach it to the bodice. Okay, now I have my ease stitches done. I just made 2 rows of ease stitches. Now I'll fold the sleeve in half, and then I'll work on the side seam and then hem the bottom of the sleeve. Okay, this is just to show you that I've finished my sleeves. I've done the side seams and I've also done the hem. And I've also started pulling my ease stitches to kind of adjust it to get it ready to insert into the bodice. And I'll do that next. Okay, I'm done with the bodice. I've had my sleeves inserted, so I'm going to move that to the side and now focus on the skirt, starting with the back. Okay, now I'm working on my skirt back. It has two tucks, and you can see that I'm using blue tape. That's actually painter's tape to hold that tuck, and I'll repeat the same process as I did earlier when I made the tucks earlier. Okay, I have my skirt tucks done on the front and back. I've pinned the skirt together at the side seam. So now I'll take that over to my sewing machine and I'm going to also serge it as well after I finish those side seams. Okay, here I'm showing you that my bodice is pinned to my skirt. I used a lot of pins just to ensure that I don't have any skips or any gaps. And the bodice right sides are together, and the bodice is, if you may not tell, is flipped downward. And so it's just the edge of the bodice to the edge of the skirt. And now I'm going to take this over to my sewing machine and stitch that together. Okay, I already have one strap made, so I'm going to make the second strap by taking that material there and fold it in half, right sides together, and I'll stitch along the edge and then turn it right side out. Okay, almost done. So I've already attached the ties to the front of the dress on both sides, and I pinned it. The dress, this is for the front hem, and I'm going to stitch with a 3/8 of an inch seam allowance, and then we'll do the hem, bottom hem. Here's the finished dress. I really love the color and the fit. I would like it to be a bit longer, so I plan to make another dress in the future and make it a little bit longer. And I would like to ask if you enjoyed anything from this video or if it was helpful in any way, please consider subscribing to my channel and giving this video a like. Thanks again for watching. Bye.